Well, companies have found a new way to screw over the American worker. Um, this time it involves how they pay their workers. So the companies are now paying people with debit cards, prepaid debit cards that are issued by the big banks. Um, and these cards are just riddled with fees. So you use your card to buy something, they fee you. You use your card to withdraw money, they fee you. You don't use your card, they fee you. So basically, you're getting charged a fee, like no matter what you do. So your pay is getting slapped the moment you receive your pay by the banks. The banks are just taking your money, and but you don't have an option. Your employer is paying you with these prepaid cards. Um, and I know a bunch of people that actually work for companies where I live, because a bunch of them are doing it around here for some reason. Like all these companies around here are just like fuck the worker, fuck them hard, and so they all decided to do this. These companies already don't provide benefits of any type, no retirement, no their wages are terrible. Um, but then to top it off, they're paying these people with prepaid cards and saying, "Oh well, it's better than giving them a check, because if they get the check, then they have to go to a check cashing place and they have to pay fees there. The fees aren't that. Why can't you, the fees are not that gargantuan? Because you can go to pretty much any retail place and get your check cashed um, for pretty cheap, and not have to pay a fee for every single time you use it, which is just ridiculous. Um, but anyhow, uh, apparently the New York's Attorney General is doing an investigation of this, and he's seeing if it violated New York laws, New York pay laws, which I assume it did, because I took the time to look up my own state's laws on this and found out it's blatantly illegal. Blatantly. Under my state's laws. I live in Idaho. It's like, this place doesn't really have that many labor laws, but apparently they do think you should get paid. Which is interesting, because the people I know that work for this company, I'm not going to say which company it is, but, well, actually, they're all doing it, but um, what they do is they offer an option of direct deposit or this card. So you can have your money direct deposited into a bank account or a credit union account, or you can have your money put on this card. And those are your options. They don't give you cash, and they're not giving you a check. Um, which is interesting, because according to Idaho law, which I'm going to provide down here, that's blatantly illegal. They have to either pay you in cash or give you a check. They cannot do direct deposit without your consent. So they have to have your consent for that. So this whole prepaid debit card thing is blatantly illegal in the state of Idaho. Blatantly illegal. And yeah, and it's happening. Blatantly illegal, but it's happening. Um, it's just unbelievable. I mean, can you imagine getting paid and having to pay a fee to use your pay to do anything, to buy anything, to pay your bills? You got to pay a fee to pay a bill. To transfer the money out, you got to pay a fee. It's just breathtaking, the level of just dickishness these companies are going through. And of course, the reason these companies are doing it is because they form an alliance with the banks, and the banks get to take the workers' money, and the employer saves on payroll, because it's cheaper for them not to give you a check, because they don't have to pay for they don't have to pay to have that check given to you. Um, but it doesn't change the fact It's another. That's another thing is just because it's cheaper doesn't mean you can just break the law willy nilly. It's illegal. Providing the link here under Idaho state law. I'm also going to provide a couple stories, one from Bloomberg and the other one from New York Times, talking about it. Yeah. Well, and and related to this, there's a lady who worked from McDonald's. I think it was Pennsylvania. I think it's the state of Pennsylvania. I'm not sure. Anyhow, she worked for McDonald's, and this franchise owner decided that's what they're gonna do is just pay people with these prepaid cards. So she's like, I want I want a check, and they're like, no, we're doing it this way. So she sued them, um, and she's seeking punitive damages, which she should get because what they're doing is illegal, just blatantly illegal. Um, but yeah, so yeah, yet another way companies have found a way to screw workers. It's just amazing. It's like, why did the big banks have to rip off people making them a minimum wage? Like, really? I mean, wow. Like, how low do you go?